This is Stefan Yanev, Head of Research and Development for Clean Health. I've been in the fitness industry for over 20 years and educated over 5,000 personal trainers globally. In today's video, we're going to talk about, does intuitive eating work? Now, intuitive eating is a philosophy or a way of eating that we should listen to our intuition or instinct about making optimal food choices in order to control our weight. While this theory sounds great on paper, there's some really fundamental inherent flaws with the theory. For starters, if you look at it from an evolutionary standpoint, over time, humans have evolved to go through periods of famine and periods where food supply is abundant. Now, during those periods where food supply is abundant, we have a mechanism in place to store excess energy in the form of body fat, and that excess energy then carries us through those periods of famine. So it's our natural instinct or intuition when we see food in front of us to eat it. Okay, so talking about intuitive eating, basically any animal, not just humans, any animal in the animal kingdom, if you put a plate of food in front of it, it's going to eat until it's full. Stopping ourselves eating short before we're full is actually anything but instinctive. It actually goes against our very biology and against the way we're wired. And intuitive eating is largely what has led us to a place of an obesity epidemic. Because if you look at in the past, when obesity or overweight wasn't such a global issue, food supply was much more scarce compared to today, and humans on average were much more active. Today, we are within 90 seconds of reach of food at any point in time. And we're talking about cheap, high density, high calorie food. So rarely in Western cultures is food supply scarce. And when we have this overabundance of food in front of us, we're going to need to restrict ourselves and exercise some self-discipline to control ourselves. Otherwise, we'll end up eating the food if we're just listening to our instinct, and that's what leads us into problems with overeating, which then leads to obesity. So how do we control for this? Well, this is why it's important. If we're trying to manage our weight, in essence, we need to exercise some restraint because there is an overabundance of food in front of us. We need to exercise some form of restraint, whether it's through mindful eating or controlling our portions or becoming familiar with portion sizes so that we're making sure we're getting enough to meet our physiological needs, because we know it's unlikely we're going to go into a period of famine and we're not going to need to store this excess of energy in order to get us through that period of famine. If you like this video from Clean Health, make sure to click the like button and subscribe, share the video with your friends, and if you have any questions, please post them in the comments below.